All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Community Fitness Program sponsored by U Chicago Medicine's Urban Health Initiative in partnership with Body Parts Fitness. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's Ms. Marta Hopkins. We're leading us through today's exercise.
Greetings, everyone. Thank you for your beautiful selves being here. Happy Friday. And I am Marta Hopkins. I am a certified yoga instructor with Body Parts Fitness, and I'm delighted to be here today. As usual, we'll be doing a chair yoga sequence and also using weights if that feels appropriate for you. You can do this practice without weights, or if you don't have weights, feel free to grab cans or water bottles. So let us sit up nice and tall in our chairs here. And as we always like to get started, we'll get ourselves centered and grounded for our practice. I have, uh, I'm using the intention and the theme today of peace. So as we settle in our space, let your sit bones ground into the seat of the chair. Sit up nice and tall, loosen and shimmy your shoulders, and then just relax them. Find length from the hips all the way to the armpits. You can settle your hands in your lap or at your heart space if that feels good. And also close your eyes if you feel like that's safe and comfortable for you. And let's go inward to our breath. Just notice how we're arriving. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. Hold. Exhale, release. Let's inhale peace. Hold. Exhale, fear. Inhale, joy. Exhale, despair. Inhale, love. Exhale, indifference. And you can slowly open your eyes if they were closed. Let's begin to coordinate breath with movement. Sweep the arms up. And then release them back down, bringing your fingertips to the earth. One more. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release, fingertips down. One more. Inhale, lift. And bring the palms together this time and bring your hands to your heart center, bringing the elbows out. Let your thumbs touch your chest or your sternum and bow your head here. Let's take a nice inhale. And then as we exhale, we'll twist to the left. Keeping the palms together at the heart. Come back to center and switch sides. Inhale, exhale, twist to the opposite side. And then back to center. That felt so good. We'll do that one more time. Twist. Let your pelvis lead. And as you twist, you will be moving the pelvis and your spine. Come back to center. And then take it one more time. Nice. And then back to center. From here, I'm going to place my hands on my thighs, bring the elbows out, and we'll take torso circles. Come all the way around. Look up. And then around. We'll take it a couple of times in each direction. And make certain that you keep your feet grounded and connected to the earth. Let's do one more. Keep holding your breath. I mean, no, don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. And then switch sides or directions, rather. Finding the connection to your sit bones and the chair. Find yourself grounded. And find peace. Let's lift up to a nice and neutral spine. From here, we'll take our hands onto our shoulders and we'll do shoulder circles. Bring the elbows up and then draw them down. Feel your scapula and your shoulder blades drawing together like you could squeeze a pencil in between them. And we'll do this a couple more times. Take your movements nice and slow. Don't rush it. And keep breathing. Utilizing your breath helps to give you more peace in your body. As we breathe, we de-stress. Let's switch directions. Take the elbows back and then all the way around. Sitting up nice and tall. Beautiful. And then one more complete circle here. Beautiful. And settle your hands here on your lap. Let's take a tricep stretch. So I'm going to bring my left arm up and bend the elbow, tapping my left hand on the back, on my back. And I'll take my right arm over my head and grab the elbow, feeling a stretch here at the tricep. Keep your tricep close to the ear and sit up nice and tall. Beautiful. Nice deep breaths here. And then release the hands back down. Let's take it to the opposite side. Right arm lifts up, bend the elbow, and then take the left arm over your head, grabbing the right elbow this time. Keep breathing. Your breath directs the prana through your body, which is the energy. So we want to just activate that prana in our body to waken up our bodies here. And then we'll release. Beautiful. I'm going to heel toe my feet out. And I'm going to take my hands behind the seat of my chair and coming into cat-cow. I'll come a little forward onto the seat of the chair. Tip the pelvis forward, inhale and look up. You're creating a nice arch in the spine. And your scapula is drawing towards one another. And then round the spine, open the back, chin to chest. Beautiful. Let's do that again, tipping the pelvis forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release, round the spine, chin to chest. Open the back side of the body. One more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release, round the spine, chin to chest. And then we'll come all the way back to center. From here, we'll take a shoulder stretch. I'm going to take my right arm across the body and then bring my left arm up and feeling that opening here on the right shoulder. If your shoulder blade's up toward your ear, just gently guide it down. Sit up nice and tall here. And keep breathing. And let's switch sides. We'll take the left arm across the body, right arm comes over, and then release the shoulder down. Beautiful. Unwind and bring your hands back. From here, I'm going to take my left leg and I'll interlace my fingertips up underneath my left knee, drawing my knee to my chest. And we'll do ankle flex and point. So we're flexing the foot and then pointing the toes down. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. And then let's draw circles here. Nice. Warm up here before we pick up our weights. And again, you can do this practice without weights. Switch direction of your circle. Beautiful. And then I'm going to take my left hand and grab my right hand, excuse me, and grab my left ankle and cross it over my leg here. So another option is to bring the leg down to the ankle or to the shin, anywhere but the knee. So you're still opening and taking an external rotation on the left leg. Putting your foot up on top of the thigh creates a deeper opening here. So sit up nice and tall here. And if you'd like, you can take your hands behind the chair or at the seat of the chair and then hinge forward. Just create that nice stretch here. Release the head down. And if you want, you can even take your hands over your leg. And if you're using a block, place your blocks, your hands on your block. Release the head. And find that nice opening, the hip stretch here on the left. Flex the foot. And then we'll inhale, lift all the way up if you were folded over. And I'm going to cross my leg over the ankle, coming into a nice twist here. So from here, I'm going to take my right hand to my left ankle. My left hand will come behind the seat of the chair and then twist to the left. Nice breath. And if your leg is not crossed over, you can still twist with your foot down on the ground. Beautiful. Let's make our way back to center, and we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Right knee comes into the chest, interlace the fingertips behind the knee, or if you want, even bring it up underneath the thigh. And let's flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. And then we'll take our circles, taking it in one direction, just kind of waking up our body, and then take it to the other. Beautiful. And then I'll take my left hand this time onto the right foot, and then figure four, it's called actually, or inverted, a seated pigeon here. So nice hip opening here on the right side. Again, you can place your foot down, or if you have a block, place your foot on the block. You're still opening up the hip here on the right side. And let's take our hands to the seat of the chair and fold forward. Come down and release. Inhale and lift all the way back up. And then we'll take our twist. Either cross the leg over, your right leg over the left, or you can take your left hand to the right leg and then twist with the leg down on the ground here. Still twisting. Keep breathing. Beautiful. And then we'll unwind. Let's release our foot back down. If we're using blocks, take them off to the side, and we're going to pick up our first set of weights here. Starting with bicep curls. So I'm going to bring my weights to face the monitor, and my arms are down by my waist with them straight, and then I'll lift up towards my shoulder and then slowly release all the way down. Let's do a set of 10. 1, release. 2, release. 3, release. 4, take it down, nice and slow. 5, release. 6, release. 7, take it down. 8, take it down. 9, down. Last one. 10, take it all the way down. Beautiful. I'm going to come into a lighter set of weights, and we'll do front raises. So this time I have my palms towards the back of the monitor, and then I'll lift up and then take it down, keeping the elbows straight, coming into front raises. Let's do 10. 1, just a shoulder width, and then take it down. Squeeze as you release down. 2, engaging the muscles. Beautiful. 3, don't hold your breath. Release. 4, take it down. 5, take it down. 6, release. 7, down. 8, squeeze and release. 2 more. 9, down. Last one. 10, take it down. And beautiful. From here, I'm going to rest my weights on my thighs. And we'll do cactus arms here. So I'm going to take my arms out to the side. My elbows are in alignment with the shoulders, and the palms are facing the monitor. I'm going to draw my elbows and my arms together and then back out, feeling the scapula drawing towards one another when I open my arms. Let's do 10. 1, open. 2, open. 3, open. 4, open. 5, open. 6, open. 7, open. 8, open. 9, open. Last one. 10, open. Beautiful. Release the weights, and let's do some shoulder circles here. Going around and then switch sides. And then from here, we'll do overhead press. So I'm going to come back to the cactus arms here, but instead of drawing my weights towards my midline, I'm going to lift up, straightening the elbows, and then take it down. Let's do 10 of these. 1, down. 2, down. 3, beautiful, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, down. 9, down. 10, and then release. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come into a seated, no, we'll do triceps. So I'm going to take a heavier weight. If you can keep 2 weights in your hand for one, I'm going to use 1 weight and take a heavier weight. And I'll extend my arms straight up towards my ears. I'm holding on to the weight. And then I'll bend at the elbow, bringing my arms down and then lift up. If you're using two weights, bring the palms towards one another. Let's do 10. 1, up. 2, up. Working the triceps. 3, up. 4, up. 5, up. 6, up. 7, up. 8, up. 9, up. 10, up. Beautiful. Release the weights. One last set that we'll do for our upper body will be seated rows. So I'm going to separate my feet a little bit wider. I'm going to grab on to a set of weights and bring my belly towards my thigh. And then I'll lift up and then down. Let's take a set of 10. And I have a slight bend in my elbows. 1, take it down. 2, take it down. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, release. 7, down. 8, down. 9, down. 10, and then release. I'm going to let go of my weights and sit up nice and tall. And let's just begin to take a nice flow before we move into our lower body. So we'll sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your chest in between the legs. Release the head down, or you can place your hands on your blocks. Keeping the feet nice and grounded. And inhale, extend the arms out like airplane. Exhale, release back down. Inhale the breath, lift the arms all the way up, and then open wide, receive your peace. And then bring your hands back to your heart. Beautiful. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, utilizing your breath. Lower down. Inhale, lift, extend the arms out. Exhale, lower. One more, inhale, rise, lift up, and then open wide. Bringing your hands back to your heart center. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, fingertips down to the earth. Open. Lift halfway. Exhale, release. And then one more inhale. Sweep the arms out and up, over. Back to your heart. Gorgeous. So from here, we're going to come into working our lower body and our flexibility of our hip rotators and flexion here. So I'm going to bring my hands directly hovering over my thighs. And I'll keep my feet flexed and I'll lift up, tapping my thigh to my palm, and then just switch sides, just marching here. You can do that, or if you want to keep your weights in your hand, that's fine. When we use our weights, in our practice, this really helps to build our muscles and increase our bone density. We want to improve it as we age. Let's do this a couple more times. Beautiful. And then release. I'm going to release my weights down. And I'll take my hands and settle them here on my hips. And I'll lift my left leg up, take it out, and then back in, and switch sides. Let's do that 10 times. So 5 on each side. 1, back in. 2, 3, 2 more. 4, last one. Beautiful. Last set, that is. Nice. So from here, we're going to come into heel raises, and I'm going to use my block and place my block in between my legs. So I'm squeezing my block with my calves, and my toes are planted on the mat, and then I'll squeeze and lift the heels up and then take them back down. So we'll do this 10 times. If you don't have a block, maybe you can try that with a book, or if you don't have anything, just imagine and feel your muscles contracting. Bring them towards your midline. Let's lift up and down. This helps to engage the lower body. 2, down, and keep the toes on the mat and just lift the heels. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Beautiful. Another thing you can do if you don't have a block and you have a core ball, which is a lot of times used in workouts and Pilates, is you can use the core ball. So this time we're going to do sit to stand, and I'm going to use this block and place the block in my inner thighs. So this is going to help me to engage my legs. I'm going to also take a set of weights here. And I'll bring my palms towards one another at my chest. And I'm going to squeeze into the midline, engaging my thighs, and then come all the way up to standing. Send the thighs back and then lower back down to the seat of the chair. So you need to send your bum back or your thighs back so that your bum meets the seat of the chair. Don't have your legs out too far away. Let's do this. We'll do this 8 times. Squeeze, lift to stand, send the bum back, and then lower down. That's 1. Squeeze up for 2. Send the thighs back. 2. Beautiful. 3. I'm cut off, sorry. 4. Thighs back, lower down. 5. Beautiful. 6. And you don't have to use the weights. We'll do 2 more. 7. Take it down. Last one. 8. Beautiful. So I'm going to release the weights, hinge at the hips, come down and remove the block. From here, excuse me, we're going to move on to standing poses. I don't know if I have enough room. Sorry about that. That's okay. We're gonna do leg lifts here. So I have the seat at the back, my chair, the back of the chair towards me. And we're gonna come into side lifts here. You can use weights if you'd like, or without. So I'm gonna place my left hand with holding onto the weight, and then I'll just lift the left leg up and then take it down. Side lifts. Let's do 10 on each side. 1, down. 2, down. And the weight just kind of stays on your thigh. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, down. 9, down. 10, down. Beautiful. We're going to switch sides. Again, side lifts here. This time my right hand has the weight and it's just kind of resting on my thigh. I'll lift up and then down. That's 1. We'll do 10. 2, down. And hold on to the back of the chair for support. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, down. 9, down. 10, release. Beautiful. I'm going to switch my chair back to where it is. I'm going to actually turn my chair so that the seat of the chair is facing me and I have my weights in my hand. So I'm going to step back to downward facing dog here. So we'll start by sweeping the arms up and then hinge at the hips. Bring your fingertips all the way down towards the seat of the chair, or you can grab the seat of the chair, just place your hands flat on the chair and then walk back to downward facing dog. Find that nice length in the spine and you feel a stretch in the hamstring and the calf muscle. Couple of breaths here. And then walk your feet all the way up towards the chair. I'm going to lower down and bring my forearms to the seat of the chair. See how we are with time. Release the head down, lower. And I'll keep my left hand on the seat of the chair. Slide my right hand on my hip. I'll take a bend in the left knee and then twist to the right. The right leg stays straight and I'm twisting to the right and I sweep the right arm all the way up. You can bring your weight with you if you'd like. And your gaze can either continue to stay downward at the seat of the chair, look out to the horizon, or maybe you draw your gaze all the way up to your hands or your weight. Couple of breaths. So the arm that is raised has the leg that's straight and the other leg is bent. Let's release and lower all the way down and we'll switch sides. This time I have my left forearm onto the weight, to the seat of the chair. I'm going to take a bend in my left leg, grab hold of my right leg, excuse me, and then I'm going to twist and lift up. Nice breath. And again, your gaze can either be the seat of the chair, out to the horizon, or maybe you look all the way up. Beautiful. and then we'll lower back down. From here, we'll settle our hands onto the seat of the chair. I'm going to step my right foot in between the back of the chair and then take the left leg so that my feet are in train tracks here. And my legs are straight, hands are planted on the seat of the chair. And then I'll just fold forward, come all the way down. Find that beautiful stretch. Feel it in the hamstring and the calf. And if you want, you could bring your forearms back onto the seat here. This is called pyramid. Wonderful. We'll bring our hands to the seat of the chair, lift up halfway. And then I'm going to reposition my foot so I have heel to arch alignment. And I'm going to come into a triangle here. My right hand stays planted on the seat of the chair. And I'm going to take my left hand, grabbing the weight, and turn my torso towards the left, lift the left arm all the way up. Come into triangle using your weight. And again, find the appropriate gaze for you looking down. This gives you a more grounded, more stable posture. For more of a balance, you can look out ahead of you. Or if you want more expansion and openness, look towards the heavens. Beautiful. And then release the arm back down. We'll walk our feet back towards the seat of the chair, and we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. This time I'm going to take my left foot forward and my right leg comes back. This time my feet are train tracked here, and my hips are actually square to the front of the seat here. Legs stay straight, and then hinge forward. Pyramid. Legs stay straight, hips are squared. Couple of breaths here. And then we'll change the position of our hips, coming into triangle. So I'm going to take my right foot, lift the heel off the mat, and pivot the foot back. So I have heel to arch alignment here. I'll settle my left hand on the seat of the chair, take the right hand, the weight, and the right hand, and lift up. Coming into triangle here. Beautiful. Find your appropriate gaze. And then lower all the way back down. Let's walk our feet back towards the seat of the chair. Release the head. Take a breath. Hands settle to the hips. Inhale, lift all the way up. Oops, my plant's in the way. Arms overhead. Release to your heart. Sorry you can't see me. So we're going to sit back down and begin our cool down here. So we're going to start with warrior two in the chair. So I'm going to take my left leg and take it over to the left. My right leg stays either bent or I can extend it straight out so that I have a straight right leg and the left leg stays bent. I just like to scoot myself closer to the edge of the chair. Settle my hands here on my hips. Tip the pelvis forward and bring the arms out. Warrior two. Look out at your left fingertips. Feeling nice and tall here. Beautiful. And then we'll bring the palms up and we'll sweep the arms overhead. Look up and then bring them back down. If you want, you can use weights here. Lift up and then back down. Let's do this a couple times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. One more, lift up. Exhale, lower back down. From here, I'm going to take my right hand to the back of the chair and lift the left arm all the way up, coming into reverse warrior. Keeping the left knee still bent and either the right leg straight, or you can bend the knee here. This is another option for you. Beautiful. And then engage your torso, come back to a neutral position. I'm going to take my left forearm on my thigh, and I'll settle my right hand here on my hip. Drawing my left shoulder blade up, and then lift the right arm all the way up, and then take it over my head. Side angle stretch. Again, both knees can be bent, or if you'd like, straighten the right leg. Side angle. Beautiful. Let's do some circles here. Take your right arm around, and then lift it back up a couple times here. And then switch direction. Beautiful. Engage your core, come all the way back. Bring your feet together, and then we'll just switch sides. This time my right knee is bent, and I can keep a bend in the left knee or straighten the leg all the way out. Come closer to the edge of the chair. Extend the arms out. Warrior two. I'll bring the palms up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, take it back down. Lift up. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Beautiful. I'll take the left hand down and the right palm up. Take it over to reverse warrior. Beautiful stretch. Couple of breaths here. And then we'll bring the right arm onto the right thigh. Left hand settles here on the hip. And draw the left shoulder blade up and sweep the arm up and take it over. Side angle stretch. Then keep the left leg straight, or if you want, keep a bend in the knee. Nice breath. And then engage the core as you lift all the way back up. Let's walk our feet back to center. I'm going to bring my weights down. And then I'll walk my feet out wider than hip width apart, bringing the toes out and the heels towards one another. I'm going to come into goddess pose here. So I'm going to take my 4 fingers here to the inside of my thighs. Elbows are out, shoulder blades down. And then I'll lead with my chest coming forward on one side. Find that nice length. Inhale, lift back up. Just take it to the opposite side. Beautiful. Back to center. One more. Back to center. Opposite side. Very nice. From here, we'll heel toe our feet just a little bit closer. Sweep the arms up. And then exhale, fold forward, come back into sun breath. Inhale, rise, arms extend out. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise, sweep the arms up, open wide. Hands to your heart. Back down to your thighs. One last pose to just come to a nice forward fold. I'm going to straighten my legs. I have both my blocks here in between the legs. I'll hinge at the hips and then send my hands down either to my shins by my calves, or I can settle them on my head onto the block with my hands on the block. Coming into this gorgeous forward fold. Take a few moments to breathe and unwind. Remembering our intention today for peace. And inhale, lift all the way up. Place your feet flat on the mat, knees are bent. We'll take our hands at our heart center here. Before we close out, I have a passage that I want to read. It's from a beautiful book called Sunflower Soul. And it says, you don't have to control your thoughts. You just have to watch them. Doing so, you will find a bit of separation between yourself and your thoughts. As this separation increases, so will your state of peace. Namaste. Thank you.